2 years ago was the miracle at Medina, but who will emerge with the glory at Gleneagles? It's the Ryder Cup preview from Golf Digest Middle East. Alongside me, as ever, is Justin Parsons, the Director of Instruction from the Butch Harmon School of Golf. We've waited 2 years for that sequel to Medina, that incredible European comeback inspired by Ian Poulter and led by the captain, Jose Maria Olazabal. JP, the Ryder Cup is upon us once more. What makes this incredible biennial event so special?
Well, I think patriotism and the ability to get on board with a team, which we don't really see in golf that often, that makes it very special. I think match play golf with these great players, hitting great shots at the right times, the swings and roundabouts that match play golf provides, I think that's really what adds to the drama of it. And I think the fact that these two sides have been so closely matched, certainly over the last 20 years, we almost anticipate a great finish on a Sunday. And it's something that the golfing public certainly are really looking forward to, and hopefully Gleneagles will provide us with a great championship.
Let's look at the teams now in Europe. This is probably the strongest European team that's ever been assembled, on paper at least. 4 of the world's top 5 golfers as we head into the Ryder Cup. Rory McIlroy, the world #1, Sergio Garcia, Henrik Stenson, and Justin Rose completing that quartet. It's a formidable top order, isn't it, JP?
Yeah, I mean, those guys really have started to excel both at home in Europe and on the PGA Tour as well. We saw Henrik win the FedEx last year, and obviously the things that Rory's done this year. So, very, very good, strong top end for Europe. But I think the European team at the bottom end, certainly world ranking rise, isn't just as strong as the American team.
Absolutely not. No, the Americans, albeit their top player is Bubba Watson, ranked 6, and then they have a clutch of players ranked between about 6 and 15, so they actually have a stronger middle and lower order. Actually, they have a higher, or lower, I should say, average world ranking than the Europeans, 16 against 19.25. So the idea that the Europeans are clear favourites, which seem to be most people's shout, is actually possibly a little bit misplaced.
Yeah, I mean, I think perhaps that ranking system, when we think that, Victor Dubuisson and some of the European players like Stephen Gallagher still ply their trade in Europe, and the ability to gather up those world ranking points probably doesn't just exist as much. So it's difficult to know, but I think, we're seeing 2 fairly evenly matched teams and 2 great captains with what should be a great event.
Absolutely. Well, the last time America won the Ryder Cup was in 2008, and that was without a certain Mr. Tiger Woods, who is again absent this time, JP. There's been a lot of talk about Tiger injured, obviously, and not playing well at all this year. It's been a rotten year for him, and he's looking to rebound in 2015. But as it pertains to the Ryder Cup, he has a dubious record. He's been strong in the singles, but he has a poor team record when he's 4-ball or foursomes. Do you see the Americans missing him, or do you see them benefiting from his absence?
Well, there's no question. If you just take the emotion aside and just take the golfer, that Tiger Woods would be missed as the golfer. But he hasn't been able really to take that golfer into this team event and start to really get on board with his teammates. I've never met Tiger Woods, I've never spent a lot of time with him, so I'm not sure the type of person he would be in the dressing room. But a lot of people will talk about, Ian Poulter having some fun with people, and Sergio and Lee Westwood, and they're joking around and they're having some fun together. So I'm not sure that Tiger Woods will be missed from that rationale. And when you take the fact that his golf hasn't been as good this year, then maybe the Americans aren't going to miss him.
Absolutely. In the past, we've seen a somewhat disjointed approach from some of the Americans. The Europeans seem to gel better as a team, a stronger team bond, inspired by the likes of Ian Poulter, Sergio Garcia, really charismatic team players that the Americans have traditionally lacked. But we saw at Medina just the suggestions of some partnerships there. Keegan Bradley and Phil Mickelson famously, Bubba Watson really geeing up the crowd. Maybe they're getting this Ryder Cup, maybe they're starting to come together as a team, and they've got this injection of youth now with Jordan Spieth and Ricky Fowler.
Yeah, when you look at the interaction from the American players on social media now, I mean, Ricky's very much visible on social media, Bubba Watson also. So the guys are definitely getting together a little bit more, the golf boys stuff that Hunter Mahan and Ricky and Bubba did. So there is a little bit more of that kind of team blending kind of aspect there, and hopefully that'll bring that American side up and it'll give us a great match.